Hi, I'm Natasha with Big Energy Little Learners, and this is a video to talk about the tea party we had. I decided to plan a tea party last week, and each week we're going to try and do an activity all together with the kids who babysit and my kids to kind of relieve some of that after-school chaos so we can all bond together, all get along together, and just have something to look forward to each week. So last week we did a tea party, and it turned out wonderful. I invited the kids I babysit and some cousins. So I had 6 kids total, and me and my kids, after we decided that we were going to have a tea party, I took my little dragons out to Goodwill and we found some teacups and some little saucers that matched. I let the kids each pick out a set, so I have 4 of each set, and it only cost $8, which is great about Goodwill. I'm glad that they had a couple sets there. During my grocery shopping trips, I bought some mints and some candy so that I could make the mint dish that would be a centerpiece for the table. I also bought a tea sample kit, so we had a variety of teas. All of them were caffeine free, and then I got some sugar cubes because sugar cubes are much more fun than just regular sugar for kids. So that was all the supplies that I got. It didn't cost more than like $15 total for everything that I needed. I did have the container for the mints already on hand, and I also had the tray that I served the sandwiches on hand already as well, so those don't count in the cost for the tea party. I also don't have a tea kettle, and I didn't purchase one just because they're glass and the kids aren't going to be able to pour their own tea anyway, so we just heated up some water on the stove and ladled it out into each cup individually. So Friday came around, and I had all of the girls dressed in dresses, and the boys had collared shirts. One of them wore a tie, so they were all dressed nicely for our tea party. And then the boys all sat together and the girls sat together. We set up each of the teacups with spoons and napkins before they came down. So they entered the kitchen, everything was set up, and they each chose their tea one by one. I let them choose their flavors, let them know what the flavors were, and then we ladled their tea in, and they put their tea bag in their cups and stirred it around, and we passed the cubes around, and they each took their sugar cubes and put them in there and stirred until it dissolved. And it was darling. They were all so excited and they were giggly. And I also served some sandwiches. We had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and ham and cheese sandwiches. I cut them into quarters, triangle quarters. It was more like a finger food, and it didn't make such a big mess. And then the kids could also choose between multiple different types of sandwiches instead of just one. We also had some chocolate chip cookie bars at the tea party. So after the kids had their sandwiches, while they were sipping on their tea, they had a little bit of mints and they had their chocolate chip cookie bars, and they were thrilled. They loved it. Although a couple of the kids didn't like the tea, so we poured their tea out and gave them some punch, and after the other kids enjoyed their first cup of tea, they opted for some punch. So it was nice to have that on hand. It was also a cooler drink, so after having something warm, because it is still hot in summertime, we gave them some of the punch because it's a little bit cooler. Anyway, overall, the tea party was a success. It was wonderful. I had a great time. The kids had a great time, and I'm excited to plan another activity. Thanks for watching.